Well, welcome back and thank you for staying with us for KREM 2 News at 6:30. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Drought conditions are worsening across the Pacific Northwest every summer. That's fueled by mountain snowpack and glaciers melting at a record pace. This week, our Environment Northwest team has team coverage from across the Northwest for our series, Glaciers on Thin Ice. Tonight, our Cody Proctor reports on concerns about the dwindling water supply affecting one of the Northwest's biggest industries.
Right behind me is just a small portion of the cows here at J&K Dairy just outside of Sunnyside. We're visiting on one of the hottest days of the summer so far. And even with temperatures like this, they're making sure their cows are staying as cool as possible, even when water is so precious.
The noise is constant at J&K Dairy, from fans to water soakers. Trying to beat the summer heat isn't easy. With 3,000 dairy cows and 2,000 acres for growing crops like corn and wine grapes, that job gets harder for farmer Jason Sheehan when water's scarce.
Right now, the biggest issue we're dealing with is the irrigation water.
Sheehan's part of the Roza Irrigation District in the Yakima Valley, where he serves as a board director. They're right in the middle of their third drought in a row.
In a drought like this year, we're actually getting 42% of our water. So less than half of what we're supposed to get.
The Roza Irrigation District relies heavily on the snowpack in the mountains, but this year, those crucial winter accumulations just aren't there. What started off as a promising year quickly melted faster than expected. The dry spring led to Washington state officials declaring a drought emergency in several counties. The snowpack isn't the only thing melting faster than expected, something University of Idaho glaciologist Tim Bartholomew knows all too well.
The glaciers in the Northwest is sort of similar to the condition of glaciers across the Earth, and that's generally that the glaciers are melting more than they're gaining.
He says glaciers across the Northwest are losing an average of 2 feet of ice every year. He points to climate change and the warmer temperatures that come with it for the faster melt.
The temperatures are warmer in the summer than they used to be, and that melts the glaciers a little bit faster. In the exact same way, the snowpack also melts a little bit faster come the spring.
It's also why we're seeing less mountain snow in the first place.
So in the last 70 years or so, we've seen, in a lot of places, we still have snow. We still get snowstorms, but the snow that makes it to spring is now less than it used to be.
When you have one drought or maybe two droughts, you can kind of get through things, but the third year you start to really stress crops.
With less water, Sheehan's not growing anything on about a third of his land.
Which is a cost because then we've got to buy feed for the cows.
The farm does have its own water cycle to get as much as they can out of each drop. One cycle starts with using water to cool the milk. It's then used to water the cows, cool them off with the soakers, and to flush the barn alleys of waste.
That water is never used just once, it's always captured. And once all that water is captured in our lagoons, we use it to fertilize our fields.
But the future remains uncertain, with concerns about next year already sprouting.
Because the reservoirs now are at some of the lowest levels and they've got to refill. And if you don't get the reservoirs to start refilling, we're going to be in another drought next year.
For Environment Northwest, I'm Cody Proctor.
And you can catch up on more Environment Northwest specials with the KREM 2 Plus app. It is free to download and watch on your TV.